One of the underlying principles of this is data.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've loved data science. I think it's great. But you'll take a top data scientist, and I'll tell you 80% of his time, he's doing data cleansing and normalization to get the data set right so you can get good quality information. And that's an IoT play. And IoT is actually kind of relative, but if you're trying to look at this group of numbers, just like geolocations, New York, well, that's a big issue right there. But how do you go handle all the dirty data that you have inside the organization to be able to go and deliver this?
That's a great question and a really great point. I work with organizations and they ask to do things with their data, and and when we tell them the data has got issues, it's not clean, we'll get into that. They ask if we can fix it, and it really goes, you want me to fix your data? Data is absolutely foundational, and organizations should already be leveraging the data they have, not just for AI, but business intelligence dashboards. But that inconsistency in their data prevents them doing anything with it. The key data fields they have, they're left blank. Some fields, the way they use them differ from ERP to ERP. They have multiple systems, or depending on who entered it. And on top of that, there's duplicate records, there's outdated information, because nobody wants to take the time to do it right or to keep it clean when it comes to the data. And the only way that a business can clean, the only way a business can move forward is to have clean data and keep it clean. And the best way to accomplish this is to have data owners, the people who are responsible to govern the quality of their data. And a great way maybe to motivate those owners in that is to include them in the vision, the things that we're talking about here, about what that's going to do for the business, because otherwise it's another onerous task and they don't see what's in this for them. These data owners, or maybe data heroes, should really be part of that organizational ideation, the art of the possible discussion, where you come up with use cases for AI and have a buy-in and really see what their role in governing their data, the outcome, that transformational outcome it's going to have for the business. Pete, in your experience, how do you think CIOs can balance that strict data governance with the agility needed for AI innovation?
You need to have, it depends on the solution you're putting in place and what you're trying to go do. So if you're doing route generation, IoT, those type things, strict data governance is your key. If you're doing geolocation and spatial, strict data governance is key. But in other areas, you can go a little bit broader into it. Now, the question on your data governance is, yes, you want to get into a data governance type profile, but I'm going to tell you, there's no such thing as clean data. It's always changing. Even if you have a clean data set, there's going to be a change and things are going to change in the data set. If you're in like most organizations, all your data in the organization, so focus on a small area. That's a misnomer. You got clean data in an organization. Ain't going to happen. You carve your little slice out. You get your data governance going in there and you keep it clean for the solution. Once you get the big Herculean effort of a relatively clean data set that is normalized, then at that point, it's just an iterative journey along the way. But there is governance. You do have the super users. You do have a strong education program because you're probably going to be locking fields down instead of You know, you got to be required first name, last name. And if the person doesn't want to do it, you're going to end up with Mickey as the first name and Mouse as the last name, just so they can get around those locked fields. And you're going to have to be able to work with your ELT and your governance and everybody else to make sure that you got a continually clean data set. But once you do, it's extremely, extremely powerful.